What's going on, guys? Today is Friday, May the 18th. We made it to Friday, and Fridays are awesome. Huge event this week for our students at Woodmont High School. Saturday, we've got our 2018 Junior Senior Prom. Shout out to Miss Simrau for all of the work that she's put in. I wish you guys could just understand the number of hours and planning that it takes to pull off something like this. Way to go, Miss Simrau. You're the best. Want to talk to you about prom now. I've been a high school teacher now for almost 25 years, and this will be my 25th prom. I promise you, you will see me there. I promise you that I will have on my Wildcat sports coat, and I'll be ready to rock and roll and see all you guys all dressed up and ready to roll. But we need to talk about, sometimes we know some things at prom get out of control. And I just want to tell you today, going to prom doesn't mean that you have the right to act as if there's no consequences for your decisions. Going to prom is a privilege. It should be a great memory for you when you're older. I hope that your date, when you go, I hope that they won't be a stiff. I hope that they'll get up and they'll dance and you guys go out and do your thing and just have a wonderful time with each other. But sometimes, for whatever the reason, teenagers get into squabbles, they get into arguments, and then next thing you know, they feel like they've wasted all their money. Go have a good time, be a kid, and enjoy the prom. But that doesn't give you the right to act as if there's no consequences for bad choices. I want you to know, if you're the driver for your group, you are responsible for the safety, care, and concern of your passengers. Please take that seriously. I know that some kids are going to be put in a tough situation, whether it's with their date, their friend group, with alcohol, with drugs. I know that happens across the country. But as the driver of that car, you are responsible for the lives of your passengers, and take that responsibility seriously. Now, I can tell you, when my daughter, Colby, went to the prom, her date came to pick her up, and I walked right over to him and I said, you know what? I'm not afraid to go back to prison. And I stared at him just like that. I think I scared him to death because he thought I was serious. Of course, I've never been to prison, but he didn't know that. So have a good time. Guys, act like a gentleman. Act like a gentleman. You have the responsibility as the male in this situation, in this couple, you have the responsibility to make sure that your date has the best time possible. But most importantly, you have a responsibility to act like a gentleman. To act like a gentleman, to treat her as if she is as special as you think she is. And remember, we've talked about now, love is a behavior. If you care about the person you're going with, it should be demonstrated based on how you act and the decisions you make. Now, keep in mind, whatever happens on that date, if it's your first date, whatever happens, whether it be from the male or the female or whoever, how that person acts on that date with you, that's how they act on every date. Ladies, don't disrespect yourself by putting yourself in a situation where you're going to have permanent consequences for temporary gratification. Don't do that. Go to the prom, have a good time, make good choices, but please, if you get put in a dangerous situation, call your parents. I promise you, as a parent, I would much rather go and pick my kid up when they're in a tough situation than to get a knock on the door and it's a highway patrolman telling me that my child has involved in an accident and they're gone. Don't do that to your parents. Your parents have worked so hard to make your last name what it is. They have passed that torch to you, and you have an obligation and responsibility to do what's right. I live by one rule: do the right thing. Do the right thing. Apply that to pre-prom, apply that on the way to prom, apply that at prom, and most importantly, apply that after prom. Make good choices. Have a wonderful time. I can't wait to see you. And I hope you know I love you guys very much. You're the best. Have an awesome Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ready to rock and roll.